Hello, Miro community. I hope you've been enjoying the program so far, and I wanted to thank you for your patience while we're fixing some issues in the background. Our next speaker may be familiar to many of you who follow the creator community or the Miro Fun and Games user group, which is led by our speaker today, Saeed Saddouk. Saeed calls himself facilitator and certainly lives up to the name, building engaging and playful Miro templates sure to energize any meeting. From games to collaborative artworks to charming figure sticky notes, Saeed is the definition of what it means to work happy. His creativity truly has no limits. You may have seen Said in past Miroverse webinars and events, and we're grateful to have him back again to share his creativity and talent with us today. Please welcome Said Saddouk, who will share the basics of creating games in Miro. I am so honored to facilitate yet another session with you again, Said. What do you have prepared for us today?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hi to the whole world. I saw a lot of people in the chat and in the event. And guten Abend if anybody is joining from Germany, where I'm based at. Today, I prepared a little live demonstration. I want to share with you how to create a board game in Miro only using Miro resources. So we will only use shapes and we will only use some icons. And the worst thing about it is we'll only have 20 minutes for the whole event, and I hope it will not take longer than 9 to 10 minutes to create the whole thing. You can put my screen on if you like. Great. Just jumping in directly for the sake of time, I have invited some of my fellow Miro community buddies who are also on the board and who accepted a challenge to see if they can follow along with everything I'm demonstrating. We have Adrian, Alejandro, Annie, Indra, and Veronique from the Miro community. And I will just start, and I hope you can follow. Otherwise, let's see. Okay. I prepared a little shape at the bottom right. This is our starting point. It's just a simple squared shape, 64 by 64 pixels. And the first thing I will do is I will duplicate it, and then whatever duplicating by 2 is, triplicating probably. And I will put them together so that there is no space in between. And then I will duplicate them another time, and another time. You can do so by holding the Alt key if you are on Windows and just drag and drop. So, okay. And the next thing, I will only use the one shape I already prepared. I will drag and drop. So I duplicate the shape, put it to the right, and then hold my Shift key. And I will resize it until it's that big. It will automatically snap in. You can see the blue lines which tell you are perfectly aligned. Okay, next step is I will use another of my shapes, and this time I will hold Alt and Shift so I can make it bigger from the middle. So the proportions or the aspect ratio always stays the same, and I like the guidelines. They help me to keep everything perfect and in shape. So it's perfectly centered, as you can see by the blue cross. Okay. I want to create a round one. There are two different ways to do so. I could choose a round one from here, but I am too lazy, so I will choose it and I will change the shape. So I will make it to round, just like this, and I will add 4 other shapes in the middle, and I will also make them round like this. So I'm nearly done. The next thing I will do is I will add one here. You can guess which game it is if you don't know. I forgot to tell it, but now we can make a ruffle out of it. And I will add another one at the bottom like this. Make it a little bit wider so that it's 3 shapes wide and 1 shape in height. And I will change it to a triangle like this. And you can see the little circle at the bottom left. I will rotate it. Okay, now we have a quarter of a game. Let's see. And just to make it a little bit fancier, I will change the shape of the middle row and this one and give it some rounded corners. So this is the basics of the whole thing. Looking at the time, okay, I'm good in time. And now I will duplicate the whole thing. Just as you could see, I just selected everything by holding the Shift key again, rotate the whole thing, and then align it perfectly like this. And now for lazy people, or I was told it's not laziness, it's efficiency, I will duplicate the two sides I already created, rotate them again. They will snap when they are rotated by 90, 180, 270, or 360 degrees. So now we have a game board. It's blank, and I will center it just to satisfy my OCD, like this. I will make this one a little bit bigger to the middle, like this. You can see the guidelines again. So, and the bottom one, and like this, and like this. I will just zoom out. Oh, you are great, guys. Okay, I can see some creations on the board. You will take a look at them later. And now I will start coloring stuff. We will need 4 colors. It doesn't matter which ones you choose. I just hold the Shift key and then drag my mouse over the ones I want to color. And I chose these ones, and then the other one, and these, and the first triangle. And it doesn't matter, make them orange. Okay, I will repeat the steps for the other sides. Like this. You probably won't see what I'm doing, but you will see in a second. So we have a green one, that looks good, and then I have something that should be reddish. Or whatever this color is. So. And then we need something that's blue, I guess. Okay. Does this look like a game board, Helena? Kind of.
It certainly does. I'm very impressed already. I can certainly not build something this quickly.
Okay. You can tell in the chat what the name in your language is. If you didn't guess it yet, it's Ludo in English. In Germany, it would be Mensch ärger dich nicht, or Pachis in Spanish. That's all I know. But if you have a special name for it in your language, let me know. So I will add some details. We are nearly done, but I will add some details because we have some time left. So I will add a border to the outer cycle like this, make it a little bit thicker, reduce the opacity, and make it the same color as the background. So we have a little effect on it, if you can see it. I will zoom in a second, and I have to repeat it again. Same steps. Choose the outline, make it like this, okay, and make it the same color as the background, and another one, to quote DJ Khaled. So, like this, and the last one. Okay, let's see. I hope I'm good in time, Helena. Do you have to tell me when to...
You're great. We still have over 10 minutes, believe it or not. Great timing.
Okay, great. Okay, then I will add some more details to these ones. I will, for no reason, just to show it, eliminate the outline, and I will just take one of the shapes again and make it no, not a star, because they look weird, like the diamond thing. And I will remove the outline again, and I will put it on this one, and on this one, and on this one. And if you Google Ludo, it should look kind of this. I hope I didn't forget anything. And the last one would be create a triangle. I forgot that. Like this, and rotate it. So something like this, probably. Okay. And again, because we are efficient, and as you can see, I haven't touched the shapes tool not once, because I only use one shape, and then everything else I do in the context menu. Okay, and it will be playable at the end, of course. And if you are asking yourself, yeah, but why? I could do this in name any graphics tool, would be much easier. Yeah, probably would be, but it would be less fun. And this way you can learn about how to use shapes and other stuff in Miro and how to get more efficient. And it's also a great thing you could do with your team members or your kids even to create a game in. You would probably need more than 10 minutes, let's say in 30 minutes. Okay, and now we need the game pieces for each player. I prepared some icons. You can find them in the icon finder on the left. Just type in avatar, for example. You will get all of these. And I will start with one of the shapes for each color. I hope this works out. And I will remove, I will make the outline gray and make it a little bit thicker for each one. And because my OCD doesn't let me, I will do it like this. And now I will choose the sheep for the yellow player. And I will choose the cactus for the blue player. And the bear for the green player, like this. Oops, I hide it. And the rainbow cloud that has depressions for the red player. And I will group them. So group, group, group. So you can see why I did this is so you have the outline of the color matching the player so that you can use any of the... Okay, and now some magic, doing something like this. Again, because we are lazy folks. And using smart align to... Which color was it? It was, I cannot see, it's orange or yellow here. And smart align, grab them from the top. Oops. And add it to the blue player. And then you can, of course, just create some, use other, you can use images of your cats or whatever you want, make them round and use them as game pieces. Okay, here we go. That's it. That's the whole game. And now you're probably asking yourself, yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because we don't have any dice to play. I cannot show it to you. But what you can do is if you open the marketplace in Miro, you can install apps if you don't know. There is an app called Dice. So very simple to find it. You can install it and then you can throw with a little animation some dice on the board. Or the other thing you can do is I have a phone and you can download for Android and for the iPhone some free dice apps. And I have a dice here. I don't know if you can see it somewhere there. And if I shake my phone, it will show me the number of 3, and now I can move my sheep by 3. However, I will land here somewhere. No, I will land here. Okay. Okay, I cannot let them be like this. And the other thing is why I prefer creating games with shapes only. First thing is the experience, of course. And the other thing is, as you can see, if you just create an image and add it to a board and try to play with it, you won't have this effect of aligning your game pieces perfectly in the according tiles on the board. So it adds some precision to the whole thing. Like this, you see it always snaps in as soon as I come close to the border, like this. And that's the whole game. You can, of course, add more details, add an outline, but I think you get the point. It's using shapes, color the background or the filling, color the outline, and then create your board. And if you want to, you can. That's the other thing. It's you can modify it afterwards. So if you don't like this one, you can create a second variation by making them like this, or make them I don't know, like this, or change the colors afterwards. It's all up to you. I cannot copy and paste on this board because I'm not the owner. But try it on your own board. If you select everything. Of course, you should group it first so you don't move things around. And in the context menu, you have copy as image. You don't see it here, but you can try it on your own board. You can copy the whole thing as an image, as a PNG, and download it. So you can share it, you can print it, you can use it in another program. So very useful. You don't have to use only the shapes on the board. You can use it in any other program. Oh my God. I was very arrogant. I thought, okay, you will never be able to catch up, but we have some pros on the board. This looks great. And you even did the same colors as I did. Only Veronique had some own style and touch. This looks very great. Thanks a lot for following along and for playing with us. And as it's for free, you can give them a round of applause for their creations. Okay. I will speed up a little bit. I just want to show you, these are some early works. I tried creating Ludo 3 years ago, I guess, when I started using Miro. So these are some other variations, other icons, other shapes, playing with 6 players, or any other variation of it. And this is Tower of Hanoi. If you don't know it, it would take me too long to explain the rules in English, but it's a really neat game. It took me literally 5 minutes to create, just using, you can count them, maybe 15 shapes. And then we have Memory, which is also very easy to create with icons and with sticky notes. And now you probably think, okay, how do I flip them? So how do I see them? There is another app you can download or you can just install on your board. It's called Card Flip. So, and then you will be able to flip sticky notes, which is very useful, not only for games. Pictionary. We had an event last year, or is it 2 years ago? Time flies. Just created a board, and we would use the pen tool to draw, and the other team has to guess, writing objects on the sticky note at the top, and at the end see who wins. Then there's another thing I created. It's called Battle Stickies, or Battle Ships, the original one. Also sticky notes and shapes, and you can play it with 2 players, each one on his own board, and during lunch break or a workshop or whatever. And this is the first one I ever created. I started very complicated and then got them more basic. This is a version of Monopoly, which I called Miropoly, and it's a customer experience edition. I had a lot of fun creating my own rules. Nearly every asset on this is created in Miro. All the icons you can see, all the shapes, all the text is, and they are of course missing, but they are there. The activity cards and the property card and so on. So the whole thing was created in Miro and is actually playable. The only thing you need is a dice, and as I told you before, you know where to find them. Okay. If you want to, you can let people on the board. Just share the link, because there's one last thing I would do to you before I hand it over to Helena. Please, everybody who's in the chat, just join us on the board, and I will hand it over to Helena until you're on the board. And I hope we have 30 seconds left for the last activity.
Yes, while you're joining the board, I just wanted to give you some info. So I can see a lot of comments, and people are loving this experience, which I can totally understand. So next week on Wednesday, Said is giving a 1-hour workshop on Miro Games 101, sorry, where you can learn more and get more tips and tricks, see how the dice app works in IRL, etc. So please join us. Just click on the link there and check out Said's Miroverse page, of course, and check out his bento page with his YouTube playlist, which is LinkedIn and everything else. So follow Said. He's amazing. He's amazing. His work is brilliant. So yes.
Thanks a lot, Helena. And 30 seconds left probably, or tell me when I have to shut up. I want to do some chaotic feedback with you all together. When you're on the board, at the top right, you have reactions in Miro. There are 6 of them, and I want you to just, on the count of 3, I will count down on the count of 3 to just react according to how much fun you had watching, or how much you liked it, on a scale from 0, like what am I doing here, to 5, I want to have another event like this, or I will join next week. So I see nearly 100 people. I think that's enough. Okay. On the count of, I will bring everyone to on the count of 3, just press the reaction so that we have a lot of action on the board. It's 1, 2, 3. Oh, people are still joining, probably. Oh no.
Well, since Yeah, indeed. We have quite a few people joining. You can still leave your feedback down below. We're in feedback and questions part of the board. So, Saeed, I'm sure you're going to love all the great messages you're going to get, I'm sure. And we will see you again next Wednesday.
Thanks a lot for joining. See you there.
Thank you so much. Brilliant as always. And
Oh,
I'm
there they are. Okay, now I can see them.
there they
Great.
are. Amazing. We're late. We're late. Oh
Wow.
well. Brilliant as always, Saeed. Thanks so much. I'm really impressed.